Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with StampItCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today for another video tutorial. Today I'm going to show you a cute little holder using these Bath & Body Works small hand sanitizers. They always have some really cute Halloween ones, but they also have them all year long. So you could make these for teacher gifts, for Christmas presents, for little coworker gifts. So great all year project. Just change the colors and your design. Okay, so we're going to start out with a piece of basic black cardstock. This is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4, and we're going to use our Simply Scored tool. This is my favorite tool. I don't know if you can tell, but it is well loved and well used. So I am going to score, and I score all of my card folds on here. I score everything. I love my paper trimmer, but this one I can go quick. I just slap it on, score some lines on here, and I'm good to go. So this is a great tool if you don't have this. Perfect for box making. Okay, so on my short side, I'm gonna score it at 1 inch and then 2 3/4 inch. And then on the long side, let's get these out of the way. On the long side, we're going to score it at 2 1/2, and then, hold on, let's go this way. We're gonna do 1 1/2 and 2 1/2. 1 1/2, well, we already went that way. We're gonna score it at 1 1/2 and 2 1/2. 1 1/2 and 2 1/2. I'm confusing myself. Okay, ignore this score line. It's okay, we're gonna cover that up, so you're never gonna see that. So we're gonna score it 1 1/2 and 2 1/2 on the long side. Now, up here we have this long panel. We have short, short, and then long. I want to mark this at 1 1/4 because we're gonna cut right here to the 1 1/4 mark. So I am just going to flip this over. Fine, and I do a little nick right there. 1 1/4, and we'll flip it over and do 1 1/4 on that side. You could use a pencil, but this just gives me a good quick guide. All right, so we are gonna trim at that little mark. Let me get my glasses here. Right here up to this score line, the corner of that score line, just like that. Okay, same thing over here. I can start at my score line and go right down to that little nick. All right, so we've got our corners trimmed. So now I'm going to just cut up to the score line. Right here on our side flaps. Okay, now we are going to fold up on our score lines and then fold up on all of our sides. Okay, so what we're going to do is we can bring this up. These little tabs can be on the outside or they can be on the inside, it doesn't matter. But we're gonna cover them up with these, with this at the end. Okay, I'm gonna put them on the outside because of the top or the background, because then the inside of my little cardstock piece is all smooth. Now before we glue, I'm going to add a little piece of designer paper. I'm using this one with the little bats on it. This is 2 1/2 by 1 1/2, and this is going to fit right inside of the back, so that will show through a little bit. We'll just use a little liquid glue to put this on and center it right there on that inside back panel. All right, now I'm gonna just put some liquid glue on the inside of our 2 tabs. And we're going to bring this up and glue this to the outside. I like to bring it so it's standing up. I want to make sure everything's flush and will stand up by itself, just like that. See how nice and quick those tabs glue? And then we're going to put it on the inside of these bigger tabs right here. Not too close to the edge. You don't want the glue to ooze out. And then just bring that up and glue that on the sides. And it covers everything up. Now we're also going to add a piece of coordinating cardstock. Now these, where's our sanitizer? These little sanitizers came with kind of a purple color, the red, and a blue. So we made these for our bingo class, and then I used the coordinating cardstock to coordinate with the color of the sanitizer inside. So since this one is red, I'm going to use red, and this is 1 1/4 by 6 inches. And I always like to start on the back, right on the edge, and then I bring it around. I don't like scoring these because, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out, so I go all the way around the box and just kind of pinch the corners as I go, and then I take it off. Make sure my edges right here are aligned, that way it goes on straight, and then I just crease everywhere where I pinched that little corner. Just make sure to line up each fold with the edge so that it's going to go on straight. Okay, now I can go ahead and glue, but what I start with is, I'm going to start with the inside of this small tab. That's where I'm going to get my overlap. So I'm going to start there, and then I want to make sure it's centered all the way around. And you can use tear and tape if you want, or you can just use liquid glue, Seal Plus, whatever your adhesive of choice is. Scoot it up just a hair, and then it should overlap right in the back, right over that small tab. And then you don't really have a seam, you just have it where it's kind of joined together right there, but it's right on the corner, so it's not really visible. Isn't that cute? Cute and clean. Okay, so I'm using the Tricks and Treats stamp set and dies, and I've already cut out one of our a ghost from one of the glow in the dark paper, which we still have in stock, by the way. And then I cut a little tag, and this is in the die set. So these are 2 of the dies that come in that set, along with the treat box and some other fun things. But I used the basic gray to kind of go with that paper in the back. And then for our stamping, all we're going to stamp is Eek. Eek germs. If I had something that said germs, I would do that. Okay, I'm just going to stamp ink right there, or Eek, in ink. Eek in ink. Okay, I'm going to give that just a second. That's a juicy pad, so I'm going to let that dry off for a minute. And I'm going to use some of our Simply Elegant trim. I like the silver for this one. And we're going to wrap this around like this. I'm going to tie it first, kind of halfway, like that. And then I'm going to put my tag on. Let's see if I can do this so I'm still holding my ribbon in place. I'm going to tie it in a little bow. You know, I might have to tie it in a knot first. Hold on. This trim can be a little bit tricky and slippery. All right, let's tie it in a knot. There we go. And then we don't have to worry too much about it sliding all over the place. So we'll put our Eek in, and now we can tie a little bow. Trim some of these crazy tails right there. Scooch this over to the side. And then let's pop up our ghost. We'll use a couple of black dimensionals on the back. I'm just going to use 2 because, let's see, we'll do one kind of right between his eyes. I don't want to cover up the eyes and mouth, but I don't want it to stick to just the ribbon. I want it sticking to that cardstock. And we're going to pop it up right here. Perfect. We've got our eek. And if you want, let's go ahead and add a little dimensional to the back of our eek. Then we can place it right where we want it. Let's see if we can scooch this up. I don't want it going below my box. I'm gonna put it right there. And then our little sanitizer fits right in. This is the Vampire's Blood sanitizer. Isn't that cute? And that is it. I mean, how quick and easy was that? Love it. Okay, I will post measurements and dimensions. I'll have this little a little chart. It's a little bit messy. It's been through a lot this past month, but I will post this as well so you have dimensions. You can make these later. Don't forget, we still have the glow-in-the-dark paper as of last time I checked, and all the other supplies are still available. This is the Tricks and Treats bundle. It has a cute little treat box that we've used in some of our prior videos too. So hope you all enjoyed today's project. Any orders of $50 or more placed this month are going to get a free embellishment, so you don't want to miss out on that. And I will see you back here on Monday. All right, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.